Hello, cutie quilters. It just occurred to me that I was thinking about all the videos I've made, and one thing I have never talked about um, is the quilting plan. I heard about the quilting plan from Lisa Callie's videos. Um, she talks about where you take the tracing paper and you take a picture of your quilt top and you take tracing paper and you practice different motifs and that. Well, that's really important when you're dealing with a big quilt and you want to, even if you're not professional, you don't do this for a living, for your own quilts. I was looking at this quilt I made, and that's about 72, 74 by 72. It's a pretty big quilt for me. I mean, I've done a king size quilt, but that was just massive, and I just don't even want to think about it. I think I just did meander on that. I can't remember. But the quilt plan for this, I'd like to share it with you for those of you that are wondering what the heck is a quilt plan. How do you plan your quilt? This is what I did. I don't know if this is right. This is what I did. I have let's see, it's one, two, it's 9 stars. And it's blue, light blue and dark blue. The dark blue's in the center, and it's a 8-pointed star. I used flying geese for the 8-pointed star. And it's white. The background is white. What I thought about was the center first. The center block, and I decided on double arcs X's, which turns out if you stack them, I have 3 rows of 3-inch blocks that I made. Anyway, it's a 9-inch finished block, so I made a grid of 3 and 3 and put X's in each block and made double arcs. I made X's with chalk for marking purposes, and I did double arcs, and that made sort of an orange peel look. The effect, if I have that, I think I've shown that on one of my other videos or pictures, whatever. So I did that. I thought that was cool, and I did that, and I used a blender thread, a dark blue thread, and my backing's dark blue, so that was easy, and it turned out wonderful. And then on the points, I decided on doing 1/4-inch parallel lines. And I can use my ruler foot for that, or I can use a ruler. It was faster using my ruler foot and just going and following the diagonal and just going down, so that was easy. And then for the flying geese, the white part, I thought, what can I put in here? I could do feathers, I could do this, I could do that. I decided on paisleys, and I've never done paisleys before. But it's a teardrop, okay, with an echo. And I said, okay, I'll try it. So I watched a bunch of videos, of course, and I did it, and it looks tremendous. It just really looks wonderful. Alongside those parallel lines on the points and the center with the orange peel. Now that's what they consider heavy quilting. That's what is considered heavy quilting. It is heavy quilting. And the reason why I decided on heavy quilting is because I also saw a video. Everything I do is because of the videos I watch. I haven't joined a quilt guild yet because they're on Saturdays and I'm Jewish, whatever. And that's Shabbat, so I can't go. But I did see a video that talked about heavy quilting. An older lady was talking about it. And she said the quilts that last 100 years are the ones that are heavily quilted. Makes sense, right? It can handle the washing, the wear and tear, the manhandling, So I'm giving this to a cousin of mine who survived COVID. She was touch and go there for a while, but she survived. And I made this quilt for her, and I want it to survive. I want it to be passed down to her grandchildren and whatnot. It would be nice. So I'm doing heavy quilting. So the other part of my plan was for the the sashing. There's also sashing and borders. So it's all white. And I decided on the candy, the figure eights for that and the border. And then on the where the diamonds are, for this section, this rectangle, on the outside of the diamonds, I'm going to do micro stippling to really make them pop. And everything I do, I'm stitching in the ditch for stability and as I'm going, because I have these new over-the-top handles and I'm not clipping the bottom. So, well, actually I am clipping the bottom from time to time. If I need more tension, I'm clipping the bottom. But for more stability, that stitch in the ditch really gives it to me. So I'm doing that. And that's my quilt plan. Oh, no, I forgot the swirls. The boxes on each corner, I'm doing swirls. And the kind of swirls I'm doing is the ones that are almost a completed circle. I mean, it goes all the way in and all the way out. So it really is nice. And then opposing, so it kind of looks like a Van Gogh. You know, how that swirling thing he does. So that looks nice. And that is my quilting plan. And I'm sticking to it. I'm going row by row, doing exactly what I set out to do. And I stitch in the ditch. I'm using blender thread, which means I'm not putting white in this dark. I tried that once and I'm not good enough yet. My quilting is definitely not good enough. It's not precise enough, so I'm using blender threads and it looks fantastic. So yeah, I highly recommend having a quilt plan when you start your quilts. I hope you've enjoyed this from the Closet Quilter. Thanks for watching.